rather than the real ones on January the 6th, and by doing so, keeping President Trump in the White House. Today, the January 6th investigation in Congress subpoenaed 14 of those fake electors from 7 states, seeking the documents and the depositions from all of them. Now, we knew that the January 6th investigation has been looking into the fake elector scheme for some time, and we learned recently that the investigators at the National Archives have also, interestingly enough, have also been looking into at least one fraudulent state of electors, one of the 2 submitted from the state of Arizona. And we also knew that attorneys general in Mexico and Michigan have referred the matter of the fake Trump electors in their states to federal prosecutors. In at least one state in Michigan, the attorney general there, Dana Nessel, has said that if the feds do not pursue charges, she is prepared to do so. The state of Michigan is prepared to do so. And this week brought the first peep, if you will, about this issue that we've learned from the feds, from the Justice Department itself. This is from a Rare TV interview with the Deputy Attorney General, Lisa Monaco.
On the issue you raised in terms of fraudulent elector certifications has been reported. We've received those referrals. Our prosecutors are looking at those, and I can't say anything more on ongoing investigations.
All right, so federal prosecutors here, they're looking at least the fake electors from the 2 states where the Attorney General has referred it to the Justice Department. We can say that those federal investigations are ongoing, as you heard there. But you know what's interesting in all of this? It's not like these fake electors were carrying out their scheme in secret or behind closed doors. They weren't trying to hide what they were doing at the time. No, it's the exact opposite. They were actually quite proud of it. In Nevada, for example, you had the fake electors there set themselves up right outside the state capitol. And they streamed the thing on a right-wing live stream when they signed those fake documents. In Michigan, that same day, we have footage of Republicans claiming to be the state's electors, demanding to be let in to the state capitol while the real electors were inside going about their business. In Arizona, the state Republican Party itself, the actual party, tweeted out a video of the fake electors signing their forged election certificate. Folks, I don't know how to say this any clearer. They wanted everyone to know what they were doing. But more recently, as there has been this renewed interest in what they were up to, as it has become clearer and clearer that these Trump electors in all these different states were not just staging kooky publicity stunts to draw attention to themselves or seek the support of President Trump. They were part of a coordinated multi-state effort to overturn the election. Recently, the electors have been much more reticent, though, about their actions. Take Nevada, for example. The Las Vegas Sun tried without success to get comment multiple times from several of the fake electors, including the state's Republican Party chairman, who served, ironically enough, as the chairperson of the fake electors group. Same thing in New Mexico. One elector told the Albuquerque Journal he had, quote, no regrets, but he wouldn't answer any further questions, and attempts to reach the other electors went nowhere. Producers on this show have also tried in vain to reach several electors. Again, no dice. In Arizona, when a reporter from the Arizona Republic did in fact catch up with one of those electors, this is what he got.
Did you have direction from anybody in doing this? Was it you, 11, yourself doing this, or did someone give you advice on the manner in which you can do it?
So I was one of the electors, right? I'm not in charge of the electors, so you would need
How did you hear about it?
How did you hear about it? You would need to ask the party chair.
How did you hear about it? How did you hear about the plan? Were you just told to be somewhere?
You would need to ask the party chair that question.
Yeah, but you're the person who received the call. You showed up, right? How did you know to show up that day?
So as I said, you can go ahead and ask the party chair the logistics of it.
Ask her how you got a phone call to go somewhere?
You're welcome to talk to them about the logistics.
Do you not know how you arrived at a place?
Thank you. I appreciate your question.
Do you really not know how you got a call?
Have a great one.
I mean, it just doesn't get any more awkward than that. That is how it has gone when reporters try to question these fake electors about their scheme. But now they're going to have to answer these questions and more under subpoena. because the January 6th investigation today subpoenaed 2 electors in each of the 7 states, the ones who were elected as chairperson and secretary to preside over the signing of these fraudulent documents. Now, that list of 14 subpoenaed fake electors actually and surprisingly includes prominent figures. It actually includes figures like the chairman of the state Republican Party in the state of Georgia, in the state of Nevada. And it's interesting because the chairman of the January 6th investigation, Congressman Benny Thompson, said, quote, "We believe the individuals we have subpoenaed today have information about how these so-called alternate electors met and who was behind that scheme. Now, we encourage them to cooperate with the Select Committee's investigation to get answers about January 6th for the American people and help ensure nothing like that day ever happens again." And even as those subpoenas go out today, NBC News Tonight has confirmed news first reported by CNN that the January 6th investigation has also subpoenaed Trump White House press secretary, deputy press secretary, Judd Deere. Investigators apparently want to ask Mr. Deere in particular about an Oval Office meeting with President Trump the day before the attack on the Capitol. Now, all of which, when you think about it, goes to show really the scope of the January 6th investigation, from meetings that took place in the White House immediately around the events of January 6th to these gatherings of fake electors in 7 states that happened weeks earlier. Lots of questions, and the timeline is just being flushed out. Joining us now is California Congressman and member of the January 6th investigation, Peter Aguilar. Congressman, thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Greatly appreciate your time this evening. Let me ask you about that last point that I just left on, the scope of the investigation. Why subpoena these fake Trump electors? How does what they were doing fit into what your investigation, into the narrative that is being woven around January 6th and you trying to get to the bottom of it?
Thanks for having me, Eamon. I think the importance of these 14 individuals is because we want to know how deep this conversation went with individuals in and around the White House. Was this something that they were directed to do by the Republican Party officials, or was this something that was more coordinated? Those are some of the questions that we have. But I think it's deeply disturbing that not only did they meet at state capitals in these 7 states and sent these slates of electors to Congress, but they sent them to the National Archives. They wanted to create this alternate universe that they purported to live in. And so I think that's deeply problematic. We need to